So we just got back from the Kenai River, catching the first run of reds. We got our limit today and just got home, and I am processing fish right now. I like to wait till I get home to process my fish. I don't like to do it on the river. One, I don't like to do it while I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Two, I like to let the fish get into rigor mortis and then relax a little bit. If you don't let it relax, you end up with tough meat. You ever notice when you fillet it on the river, your meat is all seized up and it's kind of like bulky instead of relaxed like this? See how it's all nice and relaxed? If you don't let it relax, even though you put it away, you freeze it and you take it out, you thaw it and you cook it, it's still gonna be tough and seized up when you go to cook it later. So I'm just gonna show you a quick filleting job that I do. Many of you are very good at it, but I thought I'd just post a quick video and you can see my technique. So what I'll do is I gut them on the river. First, as soon as I catch it, I bleed them out. I rip the gills on both sides, just tear them and they'll bleed out well. That way your meat, there's no blood showing up in your meat in there and it's got a fresher taste to it. So we're gonna lift this fin. We're gonna cut right at the collarbone and go at an angle towards the head. Go right through the spinal cord. I use a damp towel to keep the fish from slipping. I like to rinse the fish and then pat it dry with a paper towel. Lift the other fin. You cut at an angle here like this. Okay, now we're gonna come and trace the spinal cord right here. Deb, can you come over here so we can see the spinal cord? Mm-hmm. Right there is the spinal cord. So I'm gonna lay it down, put my knife blade right on top. Get started, I'm gonna put my hand under this fin here to hold the belly up so that I don't cut myself. And I'm just gonna trace that spinal cord right down to the tail. And at the end, I'm gonna just flip it up like that. Get a nice fillet there. And repeat on the other side. Right on top of that spinal cord. Hold the belly up. Right at the end of the tail, I'm gonna lift up. Okay, we're gonna come back and clean that next. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of waste on there. You can scrape these down if you want to and get all that extra meat off. We'll set these down here and come back and do that later. So now we're gonna get the rib cage off and I'm gonna take the bellies off so that I can do a little smoking job on those later. Right now I'm just gonna get the rib bones off. And just trace this along the rib cage and down by the belly. Lift up and slice through it. Don't saw at it too much, slice through it. Okay, we got the belly off there. I'm gonna save that. Now I'll bring this over. I'm gonna clean up that back dorsal fin area. Cut the end of the tail off. Okay, again, just trace that. I'm using a scimitar knife instead of a fillet knife. I like the thicker blade on it, the wider blade. Come down and trim that up. Save that belly. Trim that tail. There, now you can see we got two nice fillets there. Okay, and that's it. And you see the meat's all relaxed here. It's not all tough and seized up. That's what you want. It's gonna eat better. There's no blood coming out of the flesh here. If you didn't bleed it, that's what you would see right along here. And that's it.
And there they are, nice and packaged.